What up, world? 321 Radio back at it again. And we back. Actually, this is our revised interview.
Yeah. Hey, things happen, you know.
Yeah, man. So I kind of effed up the first go around. I got my man KellyBangaz in the building.
Was good.
What's going on, man? Super producer.
Oh, yeah, man.
Dad.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Husband.
All the above. Man.
All the above. How you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel good. 2019 starting off great. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad to be here with you. I appreciate you for having me on some real talk. But, yeah, I mean, I feel good, man.
Most definitely. So you got a lot of things that you're working on.
Absolutely.
You got an album coming. You got
Absolutely.
Cash Addison
Yes.
doing numbers out here, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. So how did you come across, how did you find Cash? How did you guys link?
Oh, that's actually a good question. So I used to work at a studio downtown Greenville. And this was like my first time working in like the actual studio setting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was getting like a lot of different artists, and people didn't know who I was because I just recorded in the house for a while, and I perfected my craft before I introduced it into the world. And a lot of people don't do that. They just come out, I'm an engineer, I'm a photographer, da-da-da, but they don't spend that time getting all that garbage out of the way because everybody's horrible when they first start. Mm-hmm. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there. But anyway, so I linked up with Cash through an artist, Big Enough sent him my way. Cash recorded, and he was rapping on this one track, and then in the ad-lib, he hit like this little note. I was like, okay, you got a nice tone. You know what I'm saying? He was like, bro, I don't sing. He was like, bro, I'm from Kinston, bro, I don't sing. I was like, bro, all right, trust me. Let's try and sing this track. And it was a track called Kiss, and it was off of his mixtape 40 Days, 40 Nights, which did really, really well.
Right.
And so basically, we were in the studio, and he was singing. I'm talking about, I'm going at him. He tried to quit like 2-3 times. Like, bro, just try to sing. Just try to sing. Just try to sing. That was like one of the more memorable songs off of that. So after I saw one that, you know, he would listen, because a lot of artists, they don't listen, you know what I mean? I can't really build with you if you're not trying to listen.
Right.
It just kind of like, we just work more and more and more, and I saw his work ethic. Like, dude would literally come from working, give me his last, put it all in there, and he'll leave. He'll hustle up something, come right back, and he'll do the same thing. So he literally finished his first project within like a week or two, and it was like a good 15, 16 songs. So once I saw that, I was like, okay, he got heart. So then moving on, you know, I actually got my own studio, which is Media Majors, and for the past year, 2018, our whole thing was showing people what we are capable of doing.
Right.
And Cash was he was Cash Kennard before he came to us, and then we were looking at branding and everything else like that. So we had a conversation, you know, what's going to fit your brand more or less, and that's where Kash Addison came from, which is his real last name.
Okay.
So, you know, we were just trying to. He was the perfect person to show what Media Majors could do for an individual artist. And during that time, you know, he's opened up shows for Lucci, of course, been on radio stations, and he got that track with the baby and everything like that. Now, I'm not saying that was solely all us. You know, it was a collaborative effort. I'm not going to take everything from that, but basically, like, that was our whole thing of just building each other up. And then, like, our chemistry in the studio, like, I mean, it's just there. Like, it'll be times I'm not feeling it, and he'll be like, come on, Kelly, get it together. And it'll be times that he not feeling like, bruh, like, we got to go in, you know what I'm saying? That's how some of the best tracks are made. Like, we don't, it's organic, you know what I'm saying? The best stuff is organic. So, I mean, that's really the history behind us. I mean, we got another track coming right now. Day of the week should drop on Valentine's, but it's going to drop on, like, Spinrilla and such. And, man, you just got to hear that one. You got to hear that one. That one, I slide with that. It's different.
Word up. So let's talk about, man, KellyBangaz. Like, how did you get your start, you know, being the super producer that you are?
Got you. So the crazy thing about it is, when I initially started, I started off rapping. And I used to rap, and it was like this studio I used to rap in. I used to rap there, and I didn't necessarily, the guy didn't make bad beats. I just didn't prefer the ones that he did because it had too many sounds in it, because I'm a spitter. So I really went in there at one point in time, and I was like, yo, I just watched him work a couple of times. After I saw how he kind of worked the program, I learned how to make beats, and I started making beats just for myself. Real simple beats, got a kick, snare, some crazy hi-hats. And now I got more and more and more into it. The more I start making beats, like, I'm a creative person, so I was like, yeah, I really want to be as nice as I am rapping with making beats, you know what I'm saying? So basically, over time, I mean, I just got into the engineering. I recorded my brother, you know what I'm saying? He spit as well. Kels, I recorded him a couple of times. Then I started realizing, like, I'm actually good at the engineering thing too, because I pay attention to detail. Then I had somebody ask me, the first time somebody even asked me how much I charge, it was like $10 an hour. I didn't even know how to put a price on it. You know what I'm saying? When you first get your first customer. So, that $10, then after I start getting into it, time and time again, people say, "Dad, boy, that's all you charge? That's all you charge?" And so after hearing that a couple of times, it's like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and boost the price up.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I just start linking with a lot of different people. And the main thing I always try to do is put the artist first. And a lot of people don't do that. You walk into a studio. Now studios are, you book the time, you get your song out the way, then you leave. You know what I'm saying? I try to book with the artist, build with the artist, see what they want to do, see how they want to grow, and then we just go their way. And so that's really how I established my name. As far as production, man, it's just like whatever artist I can link with and vibe with, we're going to make great songs. I never had a want to reach out to the mainstream celebrities. Right. Like that's never been a thing of mine. I always wanted to take pride in building somebody and breaking somebody, because I feel like that's 20 times harder than sending a beat pack off to 20 different guys. And no disrespect to the guys that do, right? But that's never been my route that I wanted to take. Like I always want to be like, yo, we did this together, like because they don't have respect for us. Like we down here, they up there. Like my first industry feature I got was from Narden. It was Narden B. I did a collab beat with him. I paid him. I personally didn't pay him $200. It was somebody that was trying to invest in me because they believed in me. They was like, yeah, I'll pay for it. So they paid $200 for the beat. Man, the beat he sent back was garbage. Like I'm talking about garbage. And I feel like I know how studios work. He could have been in there and had like an understudy or something. Look, bro, I'll give you like $50, bro. Just throw something on this beat. Because I sent him something that I already did and he added to it. So after I started seeing the top is just feeding off the bottom, I said, well, let's come up together on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what switched my whole mental to I want to grind. I want to work with people that's around me. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where the whole production thing came from. And then just me as a whole, man, I've always been like a businessman. I always knew how to hustle, if you will. It has a negative connotation to it, but I always knew how to grind, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like I always made something out of nothing. I always made sure my family was straight. Right. And so I guess just that ambition and that mindset has been able to catapult me above a lot of other people, especially even at my age. And also, like, what my future holds. Like, I already know what my future holds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already envision it. And the mind is a powerful thing. If you see it in here, then it's going to happen. You just got to go. Only thing between me and my future is time, and that's coming. So I ain't worried about that.
Most definitely. Jewels, man. Dropping them jewels, man. Media majors. Oh, yeah. And all of that. So, all right, man. So we covered the background, you know what I'm saying? And I like what you said. You like building up people. Right. Instead of doing what everybody else does, sending a beat pack to, all the majors. They probably get submissions crazy.
It's crazy.
What was so just working with artists and seeing that kind of just made you shift your focus, right?
It made me shift my focus. The only thing that I say is it has some negative to it too, though, because I'll be working with artists and it'll be like a producer that has a credit from like the only two people I got credits for, honestly, is I got DaBaby and I got a dude named Paper Love. Okay. And I got a track that, from what I'm told, is I ain't even gonna put that out there, but like, cause I don't believe stuff until it happens, so I ain't gonna speak on it. So basically, I'll have artists that'll come to me and, because of like I don't have those credentials of getting a track to Lil Baby or Gunna or something, like they would rather go to this guy. But it's almost like, okay, because somebody else like Gunna rapped off this producer beat, you think that you're magically going to make a great song because of that. Like I don't understand where that concept comes from, you know what I mean? But they like to say, bro, my producer's the same one that be making beats for Wayne. You know what I'm saying? But what does that say about you?
Clout chasing.
Right. So I get like a lot of that. Like, but I've always been cool with who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I never try to follow the trend. So the people that's like that, we're gonna rock together. If that's not the case, then that's cool. Go with them. But that's the people that stay in the same positions because they don't understand about creating a wave. And, being original. And I feel like that's what people are scared of nowadays. Yeah. It's crazy.
They wanna ride the current wave. It's like the whole thing with Mustard when he was dominating like 3-4 years ago. All his beats would sound the same, but he would say, when I go in the studio, that's what they want. Right. They want to hear Rack City's type beat. Have you ever had an artist like that? They just want to hear like I love this record, and I told you this before. Chance by Kash Addison. Do you ever have an artist ever wanted you to recreate a beat that they heard that you had made somewhere, or like have you been in a situation like Mustard?
You know what though, man? Like the crazy part about it is, and this is actually bringing forth to like mine, because I actually had a conversation with Cash about this the other day. No, like the thing about it is, artists, everything is so simple now. Mm-hmm. Artists want stuff that's extremely simple. They don't want the songs that are going to be great. They don't want the classic songs. They want something that's going to drop and their homeboy's going to say like, "This is hard, bro," mm-hmm. or like it's going to be an instant smash. But they don't want the songs that like this is just a good song. Nobody wants good songs anymore. Right. Like they don't want to put that work in. Like if the beat ain't already doing all the work for you, they don't want it. They don't want to listen to the beat and then actually hear what the beat is saying and write to that. Like that's gone. Because matter of fact, people don't even really write like that. They punch right. Yeah. They go in the studio, they spit 4 bars, stop. All right, okay, I got it, bro. Boom. Then they run that back. How deep in thought you think you're gonna get doing that? Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's not people, they don't want to do that. It took us 3 months to make Chance. Nobody's gonna do that. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like that's why I know where I'm going is gonna be different than a lot of my peers because of the time that I'm willing to put into it. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that I'm gonna be better. It's not saying I'm gonna be higher. But what I'm saying is it's gonna be different because we don't think the same. Yeah. So like that's really. Nobody is on that lane right now. Nobody wants to do that. So when I do find people that are willing to do that or are willing to take the time, I take my time with people that are willing to take their time. So, but that's a good question. But no, it doesn't happen, bro. Everybody want like the Lil Babies. Everybody want the Gunna type beats. Anything that's trending right now, which people don't understand, if you hear it and you do it now, you're already behind. Right. Because first of all, we're in North Carolina. So we get stuff after it's already been drowned out everywhere else, and then they come here, right? Yeah. Like I realized that when I was watching BET one time, and they had like people in the categories that I didn't even know who they were. So I was like, we missing some music, like you know what I'm saying? Like we're not getting a lot of the stuff that other people are getting. But I mean, that's just part of the culture. Like you got to travel and you got to learn this stuff. That's what music business is. Like music business isn't just North Carolina. Like it's global. You got to travel to be able to have those experiences that you can rap about. So, or write, sing, whatever you do.
You said the key word. You said global. Yeah. And I think artists have to get out of their hometown.
Absolutely, man.
You have to hit the road. I mean, even if you hit the road to promote, but also you got to hit the road just to see what else is going on in different cities. Yeah. You know, I would do that. If I'm out of town, I just go somewhere, like I'll give an example, in Vegas. You know, there's DJs everywhere in Vegas, so I would pop in and see what they playing. Right. You know, the biggest record out there at the time was Big Bank, Sean, not Big Sean, YG. Right. So that was the big record at the time that they were spinning over there.
It's the same thing. I had a trip to Miami, and Drake, Rihanna, DJ Khaled. And like when you going down South Beach, that strip, that's all they bumping. Yeah. That's all they dropping down Miami. And it just, like me, it was like, okay, cool. So I know if I came up here with a certain type of record, I know where I can break, what kind of record I can break here. Right. Like you got to understand the demographics. All of this is math and business. You understand, okay, this area likes this type of music, for and they like it because it's sunny. It's hot outside. It's always something popping. They don't want to hear emo music. They don't want to hear dark love songs. They want to hear this, you know what I'm saying? They're not playing the slow Drake songs. They playing the what's that, Block Boy JB type, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right, they playing those tracks. So like just traveling it's different when you have that experience and you go and you actually like consume that and ingest them. Like, okay, cool, I know this. So now that can never be taken from you. So even the fact that you saw what the DJ was playing, and let you know like, okay, cool, I like this. How can I apply this to where I am? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily the same records, but like y'all DJs, I don't feel like people understand. DJs set the musical climate for the area. Yep. So depending on what y'all play, that's what we're gonna feel like is hot. Yep. Period. So I mean, y'all got a lot of control over that too now.
We gotta start using that control to our advantage, man. But that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, I already know.
So let's talk about the album. It's out right now.
Absolutely, man.
Let them know the name of it.
Okay, yeah, it's Candid, man. I came up with a name basically because just the terminology of Candid, it's just different snapshots of my life. It's 5 tracks up there from the intro. Honestly, the intro is called Vent. It's all bars. Like I just go all the way from beginning to end with bars. Then like track 2 it's a little bit more slow down, but really what I did was I just took different sections of my life and put it into music. But I made it so it was relatable. It was something that, okay, you may have been in this situation. I got one talking about being like a side dude, like, you feel what I'm saying? But I say stuff that you wouldn't say. You know what I'm saying? I say stuff that we think but we never say. Right. So it's more or less like people gonna rock with it because they're like, boy, this boy crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was recording it, you know, my brother was in there, he was like, boy, I don't know how you gonna explain this to wifey. I was like, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, from my creative mindset, it's like I can literally, like, that's the ability God gave me. I can literally put myself in different shoes and just speak to it in a certain way that people can understand. Like, even talking, you know, I just know how to do that. So, like, the album itself, man, like, everything, I made every single beat up there. I mixed and mastered every single one. I did all the graphic design work on it. Still got more stuff to come, but, like, through and throughout, man, 1 through 5, I feel like it's a great, solid project. It's something for everybody to rock to. If you're a fan of punchlines and bars, you're gonna love it. If you're a fan of stuff that's relatable, you're gonna love it. If you're a fan of content, you're gonna love it. If you're a fan of storytelling, you're gonna love it. If you're a fan of the new music that's going on right now, that's got like a little bounce to it and everything, you're gonna love it. I literally have from 1 through 5 something in there for everybody because I mean, I'm everybody. You feel what I'm saying? We all have different parts to us. So this was me being able to showcase every single part that I have. Right. That's why I know I'm going to be able to connect. You might not rock with track 3, but he might rock with track 3. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I really wanted to make it. And I made it 5 tracks. So really put this project out so we can go ahead and get the whole bars thing out of the way. Like, bruh can spit, because the next phase is going to be going into song production. I'm going to show you where my writing is at. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, you know, it's going to be pop, it's going to be whatever it's going to be, but right. I'm really just showing people, look, this is what I'm made of, but let's go ahead and get on this so I can show you what I can do too. You know what I'm saying? So gotcha. That's all together, man. Candid, bro.
Candid. It's out right now.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you guys go ahead and get that. I was looking at your hoodie, bro.
Oh yeah, Stop It or Drop It, man. We're starting Stop It or Drop It back in March.
Okay.
And basically Stop It or Drop It is a platform that we're trying to go ahead and convert to YouTube, but it's been it's not primarily, it's been solely on Facebook lately. Instagram, the live doesn't do well. YouTube, the ratio of people that subscribe to your video and people that watch your video is horrible. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Facebook has been like our bread and butter where, you know, we'll average 3,000 to 6,000 views per show. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I haven't been able to pin the math down on the spike because, you know, 3 to 5, that's a big gap. But we'll have a 3,000 night, and then we'll have a 6,000 to 7,000 night, and then we'll go back to a 2,000 night. So I like to say 3,000 to 5,000 views each night. But basically, artists submit their music in.
Right.
The crowd on Facebook says whether they rock with it, which that's a drop it, and they say whether they don't rock with it, which is a stop it. After you get 3 stops, we cut it off right there live on the air.
Yep. Now,
the biggest thing that we try to push is constructive criticism. With music, a lot of the music and content that's being created nowadays is one person by themselves. It's just a setup where somebody got a computer and a mic and they just doing whatever they wanting to do and they thinking that it's dope. That's cool. Get somebody else, you know, perspective and opinion. And know, like, the followers that we have, like, we can't, like, the host, me, Kash, DJ Reds, we can't say stop it or drop it. You feel what I'm saying? So we have no control over whether your song rock or not. Kash has got stopped up there before. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's non-biased, and some people think that it is, but we really have absolutely no control. If the fans don't like your music, they don't like your music, and that's what I love about it the most. You know what I'm saying? But the winner, you know, the winner gets played up 95.5. Shout out to Dj3two1.
Yes, sir.
You know, we shout you out every single show. But, like, I think one of the things that we're going to have to kind of go back to the drawing board on is, like, every week we probably won't have a winner because, to be honest with you, we've had weeks where it was almost like the best of the worst song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's right. Like, bro, like, this ain't gonna work. Like,
if you hadn't sent me a song in a while, I'd be like, damn, they had the show or anything.
Nah, bro, it was like, I was like, bro, I'm not sending that, man. It's crazy, but, like, that was, like, I didn't never think of, like, dang, it would be a show. It's been shows where we, like, literally, like, after, like, when we switch to, like, a music video or something, we'll look at each other like, bro, these songs is horrible, man. We got to get something. We got to get something dope. And people like, you know, why don't you screen it? Why don't you look through the music? because the whole thing about it is, it's like, I don't want it to become a whole popularity contest. I don't want it to be like, oh, this is so-and-so, so we gonna play this. Like, the truth be told, we don't even, and it's crazy because this is honestly my doing, we don't play like a lot of Cash music, or we don't play like a lot of people that, like, if like I got a project out, I'm not going to put my music up there every episode just because I don't want that stigma that goes along with it. Oh, so he just trying to plug himself. Like, I intentionally do that, and sometimes it's not fair to us, but at the same time, that's what you got to do to keep it clean. That's what we're going to do, because they already know what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we still find ways to promote ourselves, but the main thing about it is creating a platform for us to build in North Carolina that we don't really have here. Nobody has really a voice. That's why, like, literally on the hoodie it says, the bigger we get, the bigger you get.
Yep.
So literally, like, if we have 1 million people tuned in and you send your one song, if we got bigger just by you tuning in and you submit your song, the bigger you get as well. You know what I mean? And that goes with anything. That's a team effort. So so that's something that, you know, it's kind of like our mantra. Like, we say that every single time we do the show, and we live that as well. You know what I'm saying? So me in a whole, all this stuff, man, I'm really here for the artists. I'm in love with music. Like, I love seeing the creative process all the way from beginning to end. And also, like, every single bit of music, like, you know what I'm saying, I really, really rock with. But I rock with the artists as well. I just don't feel like we have had our fair shot at, you know, what is owed to us or what is due. And I feel like some of that is, you know, we ain't work, but at the same time, like, what opportunities do we have? Right. You know what I mean? Like, everything that I have, the recording studio, Stop It or Drop It, if you really, like, conceptual, like, understand that I had to create that for that to be there in my city. Like, I saw that and I was like, yo, this is going to be hard work. Like, the music business in my city is not even like that. Right. So, all right, now I got to educate the people to know what they need to buy and why they need to buy it. So first I got to teach you, hey, bro, you're going to need a cell phone. Why you need a cell phone? Because people need to communicate you. Yep. Here, buy my cell phone. That's literally what I have to do to artists. You need to set up to register your music. Okay, cool. All right, why would I need something mastered in comparison to mix? So it's a little, I mean, it's just our area. We're a little bit behind, and I don't mind putting in the extra work because I know it's going to be worth it because we got so many talented people. Yep. So basically, I'm trying to be what I wish I had when I was coming up musically to other people. So that's all it is.
Create a solution.
Absolutely, man. Gotcha. You can't sit there and stare at the problem.
Nope, not at all. So, man, go ahead and throw out the socials, Cadence.
Oh, yeah.
Right
absolutely.
Now.
So, that boy said Cadence.
Come in, my bad.
Look at him.
My bad.
Boy, you better clip that. But yeah, Candid.
Candid.
Out right now. But yeah, man, follow me on Instagram. KellyBangaz, KellyBangaz. And really, like, you can just Google that. Like, and this, the way I got everything set up, I got KellyBangaz.com. If you type in KellyBangaz on Google, the way I got it set up, everything is going to pop up. Yep. If you're looking for studio time, we're in Greenville at 200 Eastbrook Drive. It's Media Majors. We are appointment only. You do got to send a deposit before you get put in the schedule. So definitely come rock with us. Like, shout out my man, Data Director. He and him filming us. My brother Kels came all the way up here with us, man. Shout out to homie Cash. And also my homie Cecil, man. He's a big reason, like, why I even did this project, because he stayed on me, like, a long time. Like, bro, put some music out. And he been away in the military, and he still be wanting me to put music out. So I was like, bro, you know what? I'm going to do it next year. So shout out my man, because that was a big motivation for all of this to come to. But again, man, follow me on all that good stuff, man.
Most definitely. So appreciate you coming through,
Absolutely.
Kels, man. Appreciate
you.
We're going to wrap this thing up right here. Any last words?
Nah, man, the bigger we get, the bigger you get.
Most definitely. Stop it and drop it.
Hey.
All right, so it's 3, 2, 1 Radio. We out of here.
Yep.